dirait que Black Mask est entré dans la prison. Je dois trouver le commissaire Loeb avant qu'il soit trop tard.
Non, pitié. Bon. Oh, je vais te faire la... Mais quand tu crèveras, y a pas que cet œil qui te manquera. Quoi ça? Derrière nous. Bon, dis-moi, tu crois que je vais me faire avoir? Franchement, essaie un truc original. C'est pour qui tu te prends? Non, n'approchez pas. Ne faites pas de mal. J'ai entendu les rumeurs, mais... On m'avait dit que t'existais pas.
Qui a fait ça? Ce sont des gars de Black Mask. Je vais leur demander où je peux trouver le chef. Demande tout le contrôle. La seule façon d'avancer, c'est d'utiliser un grappin pour franchir la porte. Je dois faire vite. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Surprised that was actually close enough to trigger the cutscene. Thought you had to go like past the symbol on the ground.
Si en parlant comme ça, tu t'es retrouvé dans cette merde.
Cette partie du sol est fragile.
On dit que le film de départ a signé ton arrêt de mort, Loeb. Vous avez entendu? Ce soir, c'est notre soir. C'est vrai, il va tuer Loeb ce soir. J'ai pas signé pour me faire voter. Ouais, laissez-nous retourner en rang. On n'aura pas tout. Oh. T'arriveras pas à passer.
C'est trop tard. Le commissaire Loeb est mort. Black Mask va devoir s'expliquer.
Ça va te passer. On ne sortira jamais d'ici. Faut essayer. Mais loin d'être un amateur.
Door has not been nice today.
Je voulais la détruire. Alors je l'ai détruite. Parce que sinon, c'est un tronche que je vais détruire.
Music in the 2010s is way better than music coming out now. Literally everyone says that about literally every decade of music.
La carte mémoire est endommagée.
It's not actually true. It's just
Par des données dans la Batcave.
the songs you like came out in that era.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, I see it less with movies, but definitely. Yeah, it's all just nostalgia. The reality is that art generally improves over time. Like, as a whole. But for various reasons, it doesn't always seem like it. Yeah, it's a weird point to even draw a comparison to. Unless you just mean like the early 2010s versus the last 5 years.
Patron, où est-ce qu'il est? Mon seul patron, c'est moi. C'était temps, je veux des réponses. Attends que les assassins...
Yeah, it's mainly just... Like, people who think like that, mainly it's just nostalgia, but also... I don't know if this is quite the right term, but like survivor bias. Survivorship bias. I think that applies here. Because like you only remember the good music from decades ago. The like really mediocre, lousy stuff doesn't stand out at all in retrospect. You're like, yeah, look at all these good songs from a while ago.
Pas ce soir.
But then nowadays you hear everything that comes out, whether it's actually like worth remembering or not. So you actually listen to it. Yeah, some old music is weird. And like people love, I mean, a great example is the Beatles. The Beatles have made some pretty good songs. They made some pretty good songs, but they also made a song where one of the lyrics was "I am the walrus, cuckoo, cuckoo." So, you know, they weren't all winners.
Des assassins, monsieur? Monsieur, je ne fais peut-être que rater...
Il n'y a qu'une seule personne à Gotham qui puisse mettre la main sur...
Vous êtes sûr que c'est raisonnable?
Je sais ce que je fais.
Oh, definitely. But like saying as a whole that movies that come out now are worse than movies that came out 20, 30 years ago is just like wrong. Classics weren't like that when they were released. Yeah, that's generally what a cult classic refers to. Well, not always, but a lot of the time. Things just kind of aren't that popular, but then people are able to appreciate them better later. That's actually kind of a common thing with art in general. Like painting especially. Nobody gives a shit about paintings made by people who are alive. Ever. At like any point in history. People can only really appreciate your art after you're dead.
Si j'attaque de front, c'est le meilleur moyen de me faire tuer et de faire tuer l'otage. Ils ne s'attendent pas à une attaque par au-dessus.
Hey, Jeffy. Watch every move for every decade. I mean, yeah, but like... you can see trends and stuff without necessarily watching every movie.
Mettez-vous à l'abri et appelez la police. Ils voudront voir ce qui se passe ici.
D'accord, je m'en charge.
But it just, I mean, it just makes sense logically. Like, all the movies being made now are made by people who have seen all the movies that had been made, or have the ability to see all the movies that were made before them, and can learn from all of the mistakes that they made and all the things they did right.
Je ne pense pas que les ennuis de cette tour soient dus à l'orage.
It's kind of the same with speedrunning. Like everyone who does a speedrun today generally is better than the people who did speedruns 5 years ago in the same game, because we've just learned more about the game. Not every individual run is better, and some old runs were really good, but like just the general amount of knowledge we have has improved, so the general level of play has increased.
L'analyse de l'impact indique que la victime a été tuée par une sorte d'explosion provenant de ce panneau d'accès. Je devrais l'analyser pour trouver des indices.
Applies to pretty much any skill, any art form.
Le panneau a été piégé pour exploser lors de l'utilisation d'un pass. Quelqu'un ne voulait pas que cette tour...
Just as a whole, learn more and get better at stuff over time. Also, computers really help with making movies, and computers have gotten a lot better in the last, even just like 20 years.
Je devrais la trouver en analysant la scène de crime. Cette carte a les codes dont j'ai besoin pour pirater les panneaux d'accès de la tour. Alfred, contactez le geste.
I wonder if that'll ever be the case with like video games. I think movies and video games are kind of too new to have a lot of that. Well, movies aren't, but like video games, obviously it's way too new of a medium to really have that. I mean, we don't even know, because it literally just hasn't been around long enough for like decades later appreciation to be a common thing. But it'll be kind of interesting. I guess it won't really happen in my lifetime, but it'll be kind of interesting when like video game cult classics really be a thing. Yeah, it's a little bit, but the thing is, it's a little trickier with video games because, I mean, a lot of the retro scene is nostalgia driven. So it's not quite the same thing. Like it's stuff that they already liked in a lot of cases. But, what was the other thing I was going to say? It's also currently, with how things are right now, it's kind of difficult to go back and play old games in a lot of cases. Since it's there's an interactive component, it kind of, what am I trying to say? Yeah, like it's harder to appreciate old video games due to technological limitations of the time and gameplay mechanics being they just like evolve so much. There hasn't really been a lot of standardization in game design ever, and there probably never will be. What is the 7th generation? I don't know them by numbers, because who does anymore? That is very likely some nostalgia at play there.
I've seen worse.
Finally, a good Bane glide split. History, okay.
Le mouchard est quelque part dans les
There definitely were a lot of really good games that generation. It was also a longer generation than most, so that probably also contributed to it.
Alfred, Ben sait qui je suis. Je dois retourner à la Batcave, et rapidement.
And that was definitely also when games started to be a lot less restricted by tech. They still definitely were, and hell, they still are today, but... like, all the generations before that were still very creatively held back. Yeah, in terms of games getting more appreciation, like decades later or things like that, I could see that becoming more common going forward, because things are starting to be a little more standard, and like developers are actually trying to make their games accessible and that sort of thing. And all that makes a really big difference. People being able to enjoy the games down the line. But I guess we'll see. Yeah, for sure. A lot of remakes are kind of questionable in that regard, but Resident Evil 2 Remake definitely is not.
On doit attirer Firefly loin du pont pour pouvoir approcher sans danger. Gordon n'ordonnerait pas de foncer s'il savait pour les bombes de Firefly. Je dois l'arrêter avant qu'il envoie ses hommes dans un piège.
Centrale, ici Marine 4. Où est le poste de commande tactique? On est censé obéir à Gordon.
Le poste est dans l'unité centrale.
Hey, that worked. Who's remastered as well? I think I'm not familiar with that one.
N'envoyez.
I've seen worse.
Gordon est à la base du pilier central. Je dois aller le rejoindre.
Ooh, that was lucky.
Je dois descendre à la base du pilier central. C'est là que je trouverai Gordon. Je dois aller à la base du pilier central. Et rapidement.
$50. $60. 65, 66, 67, 68. Oh yeah, there's definitely a market for that. I mean, the Resident Evil 2 remake kind of proves that. That game sold very well. I mean, remasters have always been a pretty popular thing for developers. Well, not always, but in the last decade or so. This might be a problem. Please don't load back in on me. That would be very awkward. Ooh, that was close. Sad RTA noises. Yeah, unfortunately, they don't always do a good job.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, the Resident Evil remakes, they're full remakes, like, from the ground up. They're not, like, gameplay-wise, they don't take anything from the original games. You like that? Yeah, I think, I mean, it's tricky, because it really depends on the game, I guess.
Bombe est sécurisée, monsieur Firefly.
Firefly a enfermé ses otages dans un wagon bourré d'explosifs.
Because there are a lot of games where, like, no matter how fresh the Code of Pain is, it's still not going to be fun to play for people that aren't used to old games. What's really a shame, though, is the fact that they don't just, like, straight up they should just port old games to new platforms, or like have emulators for things officially, so you can actually play the old version if you want to. So there's very little reason to not do that, frankly, aside from like money and people being scared of emulators.
Ça doit être la porte coupe-feu que Gordon a fermée. Gordon, ouvrez la porte coupe-feu vers le dépôt ferroviaire pour que je puisse désamorcer la bombe au nord du pont.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Écoutez, je suis en route pour désamorcer la bombe au sud. Faites ouvrir cette porte avant mon retour.
Laissez-moi faire mon boulot et restez en dehors de mon chemin.
Bon sang.
I would love to have like
Par une porte coupe-feu, il me faut les codes.
just a way to buy all the old games. And like, it's crazy that like, imagine investing millions of dollars into a game and then not going out of your way to make it accessible indefinitely. Like, it made sense in the old days when like you had to physically print copies of the game, and that like costs money, so if no one's buying them, then you're actually wasting money. But like digitally, you have very little to lose by offering that as an option. And plenty to gain. Yeah, our RPCS3 or whatever it's called is coming along very nicely. Very impressed with their progress in general. It's kind of funny because PS3 emulation is legitimately better than PS2 emulation right now. Like, how did that happen?
Firefly va payer pour ça. Gardez-le.
Well, there it is. Dude, another sick gold here.
I've seen worse.
C'est le moment d'utiliser la ceinture de jet.
Oh, I guess something else to note on remakes versus remasters. A lot of that decision is probably actually based on like the state of the source code of the game. Because if you still have the original source code, then taking that, porting it to whatever system, and then like adding in whatever remaster features you want is possibly relatively easy. Unless the code is really bad and you have to throw out half of it. But if you're having to like remake the entire game from scratch, that's kind of tricky. So like actually do a proper remaster rather than just, at that point, why not just make a new game out of it? And then sometimes the source code just isn't available at all. Like, you just don't even have it. It's a remake. Yeah, exactly. Because companies are apparently really bad at keeping their source code from a long time ago. I wouldn't say they're becoming a trend. I would say they are a trend and have been for the last 10 years.
La seule option, c'est de m'agripper à Firefly.
Is that copyrighted? Yes. All music is copyrighted in some way. Yeah, you'll get a thing on YouTube if you do that. Not that it really matters. The copyright claims on YouTube only matter if you're actually making money off your YouTube channel. The vast majority of people are not.
Lui dire adieu. Lorsque tu auras transformé ta peine en colère, tu seras enfin prêt à m'affronter. J'ai laissé assez de vie en lui pour une dernière parole. Si tu fais vite. Alfred!
What was the first remaster? The first time I remember it like being a thing was with the PS3. Like they ported the Jak and Daxter games, the Sly Cooper games, and the Ratchet and Clank games to PS3. It's a single-player game. Wouldn't making open source be the solution? That would be fantastic if more games went open source. More games should do that. Developers are never going to, like big corporate developers specifically, are never going to do that. But it would be great if they did.
Ne me faites pas ça.
For the original game? Yeah. But then you have to port the original game.
Allez, bon sang.
Appel à toutes les unités. Code
And that costs money.
10 confirmé à la présence de Blackgate.
I agree they should do it. But they don't, is the problem.
Monsieur, je sais que je ne vous ai pas toujours soutenu comme j'aurais dû.
How would open source lose them money? Because they can't sell the game anymore. And also, nobody likes putting their code on the internet.
Je n'arrive pas à défendre
Because
Gotham.
it's their proprietary whatever. Even if it's like obsolete code.
Défendre mon
Because the
foyer.
game is 20 years old. They still don't like doing it.
Maître,
I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm just saying that's how they think.
À toutes les unités.
There's a reason that like not every developer just like makes their game open source after a certain amount of time, which should be a thing. Be so awesome.
non.
Like there was after like I don't know 30 years or something,
Je peux rien faire.
every developer like would
Je ne peux pas les arrêter.
dump the source code for their game somewhere. I would be all about that.
Il est grand temps que vous admettiez que vous n'êtes pas seul.
Hell, I'd make it like 10 years personally, but
La force d'un homme ne vient pas uniquement de ses muscles et de son intelligence. Elle vient également de ses alliés.
Alerte de niveau 1. Le Joker s'est évadé de sa cellule et organise les émeutes de Blackgate. Je répète, le Joker s'est emparé de la prison tout entière. Nombreux blessés, nombreux otages, des civils et des gardiens de prison. Je répète, nous avons perdu Blackgate. Le capitaine Gordon appelle tout le monde. Tout le monde peut nous aider.
À vous de jouer.
Non. À nous de jouer.
you would think so, Arkham and Justice, but I mean, plenty of PS3 games have made it to PS4 without too much trouble, seemingly, so. Yeah, that is true. That is the new trend. God, that is shitty. Like, that's just terrible. I hate when developers do that. And it's only because, like, I guess they just don't want people to buy the wrong version of the game. Or some bullshit. $1988?
Merci.
Really?
Merci pour...
Huh.
Le capitaine
That must be a pretty loose definition of remaster.
Aidez-le à boucler cet endroit. Le Joker ne doit pas sortir d'ici.
Because, like, what would it even remaster?
J'ai écouté les rapports provenant de Blackgate.
C'est moi.
Arcade game to something else. Oh. Okay. That actually makes sense.
Quelque chose envoie un fort courant électrique dans l'eau. Je dois faire attention.
I was thinking SMB, but now I understand. Damn, so that's been a thing for a long time. The opposite has also been a thing for quite a while. There's occasionally demasters where the one I'm thinking of is Pac-Man for the Atari 2600 is like objectively the worst version of the game. In every sense. It's just like they literally just made the game worse to get it to run on an Atari 2600 and everyone hated it. All right, this, as usual, will make or break the run. Okay. As usual, I constantly forget how to play this game. Most console handheld ports. I mean, console handheld ports aren't really ports. They're just versions of the game made specifically for those systems that happen to be worse. What am I looking at? Oh god. I want to trust the process. I shouldn't have trusted the process. Son of a bitch. Okay, I can still see this. Maybe we're good. Where is the thing? Oh god. What is happening? Where am I? What the fuck? Can I still do this? What the fuck is happening? I should probably just give up, but like, I don't know where the fuck I am. No fucking idea what happened there. I just ended up somewhere weird and couldn't fucking see anything. God damn it. It's like a thing that happened occasionally before, but like I really hasn't been a problem before. Like not chronically, but now it's happening like every fucking time I do the skip, where I just like have no idea where I am, where to go. Well, the problem is I tried not to trust the system, and then I still got screwed over, so. See, the system usually works. Yeah, I've been hearing good things about the new Razer microphone. Apparently it's pretty good, I think. I haven't watched any videos on it, people have been saying good things about it. But it's Razer, so, you know. Take that how you will. Come at me, bros. Okay, well, I'm still not happy about this, but it's better than the last run. And we're on a better pace than the last run anyway, so that is okay. Just don't fucking die to Bane this time. Where's the last guy? Are you always like a year late?
j'aurais dit que Batman n'existait
Is Razor the most unreliable company? I don't know about most. I'm sure there's some like tiny ass companies you've never heard of for good reason. But
Vous allez bien?
I mean, I only have one Razor product, so I guess I can't really say too much from experience. The camera's actually pretty good,
pas. C'est les risques du métier.
but a lot of their other stuff is like
Écoute, je sais.
generally overpriced. I guess the camera was also kind of overpriced.
Et je crois qu'il t'attend.
It's the main thing I remember being a problem with Razor, is just pricing. Because they kind of just went all in on the gamer thing. For better or worse. 6920, yeah, that's what like everyone has. It's not a bad camera, but then I would have needed proper lighting for it. Whereas this camera just has lighting built into it. Companies have good and bad products. I mean, yeah. Well, some companies only have bad products. Truth be told.
Apparemment, le Joker a...
Very few companies have consistently good products. Gross. Excuse me. Why did I fall for that? What? Oh, what the fuck? I did not press those buttons. Game, stop screwing with me. Run. Hit the... Whatever. Yeah, that worked out. Are you not dead? There we go. Okay.
Libère-le.
No, don't fucking let Bane kill me this time. I can buy armor if I have to. I really don't want to buy armor, but if it comes to that, then...
J'ai tué énormément de monde. J'ai mis toute la ville à genoux. J'ai anéanti les forces de police et ce n'est même pas encore l'heure d'ouvrir les cadeaux.
How does the run finish? Good question. I mean, he gets his back broken, and then he just kind of keeps going anyway. I wish I could do that.
C'est bon, d'accord. Tiens, ce que notre ami Bane tient dans la main, c'est un moniteur cardiaque. Une fois activé, tous les battements de son petit cœur vide chargeront la batterie de cette chaise électrique. Et une fois chargé à fond... Donc, soit tu tues Bane...
Non, je ne le tuerai pas. Tu le feras. Tu m'affronteras de toutes tes forces, ou tu mourras. Quelqu'un est sur le...
Super, very, very niche. Yeah, I mean, if you're Batman, it comes up a lot, because pretty much every time he looks at Bane, Bane snaps his back. Remembers that? Yeah, well, you know what's also a pussy strat? Just killing your run because you dove into the corner.
Un homme avec du cœur serait chez lui.
So, you know what?
Et pourtant, tu es là.
He's already in those situations a lot. Yeah, but like, if you had that superpower, you can be Batman. because you don't have to worry about someone breaking your back. Thanks for dropping my combo for no reason. Thanks for... Are you fucking kidding me? Bro, game, why? Why did you let that happen? Stop! Stun the fucking boss, you asshole. Are you serious? Oh my god. I've never seen this animation before, ever. Stop. Okay, I'm dropping smoke. Fuck all of you. Why did I stun him again? What am I doing? Wow. What? What just happened? Where did Bane go? Are you fucking kidding me? What is wrong with this game? Jesus Christ. Literally have to do the whole phase again. There goes sorry, I lost 3 minutes just now. Are you fucking kidding me? Unbelievable. I can still PB, so I have to continue, but I really don't want to. What the actual fuck, man? That's it. That's all you had to do. You just do a beatdown on him, and then you do a combo takedown, and then it just ends like it's supposed to. Okay, actually, that wasn't that bad. Oh, right. Half that is the cutscene. Okay. Okay, not that bad, but still annoying. Could have been worse. Okay. Oh god. Damn it. Why would you punch the armored guy? Batman, do you want me to hate this game? Apparently you do. Okay. Why are you the only guy that's alive? And after all that, we now have the most broken thing in the entire game. So, that's just great. That looked weird. Is this weird, or is this fine? Looks fine. Okay. Oh shit. Oh god. Okay. Give you the shock gloves. You don't need the shock gloves. But no, it doesn't give you them at any point. Like just for the cutscene, I guess, but that's just a cutscene. Or the whatever the fuck you want to call that.
C'est fini, Alfred. J'ai vaincu Bane.
Maître Bruce? Maître Bruce, vous allez bien?
Oui.
Snipe!
Où est Gordon?
Regardez un peu qui veut se faire cogner.
J'ai le matos de toi pour la soirée.
Ah non, je crois pas.
Espèce de...
Eh merde! Tu veux le Joker? Prends-le. Aidez-moi à protéger le directeur.
Oh, dude. Why would you knock out the one guy I needed you to not knock out? Damn it, Gordon. Okay, whatever.
Vous battez bien. Où est le Joker?
Such a stupid fight.
Merci.
Dude, oh my god.
Toute cette... Ça n'arrive pas à entrer dans notre rapide, hein? Si on existe, c'est grâce à eux.
Abandonne. Tu as perdu.
Dude, I fucking love countering too early. It's so funny. Haha. That should have been like a 51 or a 50 or something. That was bullshit.
Allez, Batou, frappe-moi jusqu'à ce que tes poings saignent. Pourquoi abandonner?
But woo, PB.
Tu sais qu'il n'y a qu'un seul moyen de m'arrêter.
Fucking Bane, dude. What the hell was that? That was so bullshit. Thank you for the GGs. Interesting time to raid, Aiden, considering I just finished a run.
Cette ville mérite beaucoup mieux que
But
ça.
thank you, nonetheless.
Vous savez, ma fille pense que vous êtes un héros. Malgré tout,
I don't have to play this again for real? Are you kidding me? This run sucks. I'm not leaving this.
je suis dans la chapelle. On tient le Joker.
I was 6 minutes ahead at one point.
On m'a aidé.